Park. Please welcome Ron Figueroa, the class of 1976, our alumnus of the year, as he takes the mound for the ceremonial first pitch. Since his graduation in 1976, Judge Ron Figueroa has remained deeply connected to Jesuit, dedicating his career to justice, service, and leadership. From his time as a student leader in the Latin Club and Hyer newspaper to becoming Florida's youngest judge and later Chief Judge of the 13th Judicial Court, he has exemplified excellence in his field. His distinguished career has been recognized with some of the highest honors in the legal profession, and his legacy is permanently honored in the Ronald N. Figueroa courtroom at the George Edgecombe Courthouse. A devoted husband, dedicated community volunteer, and proud Tiger, Judge Figueroa represents the enduring values of Jesuit brotherhood. Please give Jesuit's 2025 alumnus of the year, Ron Figueroa, a warm Tiger welcome.
I don't see. Folks will be getting underway shortly here. Just having the coaches and captains meet at the plate. In the background tonight, you're going to hear the lacrosse game going as well. Busy night at Jesuit. I think the spring play is tonight as well. Can you say Uber? It's a nightmare trying to park here tonight. We will be a few minutes delayed in starting tonight, just a few minutes. We're just not going to have dueling national anthems at the same time as they play the Star Spangled Banner over at the lacrosse game. Oh, John, I need you to announce this.
Good evening and welcome to tonight's game between the visiting Panthers and your Jesuit Tigers. Here are the starting lineups. First for the visitors from Plant, batting first and playing center field, number 26, Cash Schrader. Batting second, playing first base, number 22, Danny Sorelli. Batting third, the designated hitter, number 6, Jordan Olivia. He will be in for the pitcher, number 7, Nick Townley. Batting cleanup, number 27, the right fielder, Jackson Bucci. Batting fifth, number 19, the shortstop, Urban Ellis. Batting sixth, number 4, the catcher, Wyatt Patterson. Batting seventh, the third baseman, number 17, Bo Allen. Batting eighth, number 12, the second baseman, Brody Vermette. And batting ninth, the left fielder, number 3, Sam DeCamp. And here are the starters for your Jesuit Tigers. Batting first, number 9, the right fielder, Brody Smith. Batting second, number 32, the center fielder, Ben Burke. Batting third, the shortstop, number 10, Katie Wechter. Batting fourth, the catcher, number 24, Vincent Carlo. Batting fifth, the first baseman, number 4, Robbie Santana. Batting sixth, the left fielder, number 22, Bryce Assisi. Batting seventh, number 31, the designated hitter, Christian Sheffield. He will be hitting for the pitcher, number 16, Ryan Thompson. Batting eighth, number 1, the second baseman, Tyler Alvaro. Batting ninth, the third baseman, number 3, Wilson Anderson. The head coach of the Tigers, Miguel Menendez. At this time, we ask that you please rise for the invocation and please remain standing with all headgear removed for the playing of the national anthem. Almighty God, we ask for your blessing on all gathered for this game between Jesuit High School and Wayne High School. We pray especially for the young men who will be here tonight. May they play to the best of their ability, free from injury, according to the highest standards of sportsmanship. And may all of us in our daily lives seek to do your will for your greater glory through Christ our Lord. Amen. Saint Ignatius of Loyola, pray for us. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Okay. About that time, folks. This is Doug Polietz bringing you the Jesuit versus Plant battle for South Tampa tonight. As Jesuit will send Brian Thompson to the mound, and Plant will send Nick Townley to the mound. It is Kevin McAllister night here at Hyer Family Park, and that is that it is a Friday night in Lent, so there will be no meat served at the concession stand. Just Kevin McAllister's favorite when he's home alone, one cheese pizza. So, Jesuit will send out Wilson Anderson to third base, shortstop Caden Wechter, Tyler Alvario second base, Robbie Santana at first. Left to right in the outfield will be Bryce Bassesi in left, Ben Burke in center, Brody Smith in right, and behind the plate, the usual sight of Vincent DiCarlo and Ryan Thompson onto the mound. Ryan, a 15-time perfect game all-tournament selection. All Tiger fans are used to seeing him up there. The 6'4", 205-pound left-handed pitcher. Going to head off to Florida Gulf Coast University to play for the Eagles down in Fort Myers after graduation. Ryan leads the team in strikeouts with 50 in 27 and a third innings. That's against 12 walks. He is second on the team with an ERA of 1.024. He has had an outstanding senior campaign. He will be put to the test right out of the gate as he will face future Florida Gator, leading off for the Plant Panthers, Cash Strayer. It's going to be Strayer, Sorelli, Olivia, Coochie Ellis Patterson, and then Alan Vermette and DeCamp for the Panthers for Coach Dennis Braun's crew. So let's get this thing going. You can find this, of course, and you know that already, on Jesuit Tiger Sports Network on YouTube. The voice in the background is not Mike Letting. It's the legendary John Pedrero over here at Jesuit. Cash Strayer, 6'2", 195-pound senior, 11-time perfect game all-tournament selection. He's the number 11 outfielder in this senior class in Florida. And it's lefty on lefty, and here we go. Thompson off the mark outside, 1-0. Into the windup, and that is hit in the air, up and out of play. And I forgot to load that clicker for how many balls we lose tonight. All right, get into the chat, folks. Let us know where you're watching the game from or listening from. There's a called strike. And a swing and a miss. And Thompson starts it off as Jesuit fans want to see him start it off, and that's with a strikeout. So top of the first, just underway here. Another lefty comes up, and that's going to be Danny Sorelli, the first baseman. That is popped foul out of play. And the wind up, and he tilts and tosses, and he finds that outside corner again. Ryan Thompson gets it up to 88 miles an hour. He has a 65% first pitch strike percentage. He holds opponents to a .219 batting average. Over the outside corner, well received by Vincent DiCarlo, and he quickly disposes of Danny Sorelli. Two batters, two strikeouts. And up stands another lefty, Jordan Olivia. Jordan, the sophomore, 9-time perfect game all-tournament selection. And first offering from Thompson sails outside, ball 1. That one just a little off the outside corner and moves the count to 2-0. 2 men out, 2 Panthers out in the top of the first inning. He delivers, and that's hit on the ground in the 5-6 hole. And there's the game's first base hit by Jordan Olivia. All right, Plant gets a base runner and extends the inning. Jackson Cucci comes up, the right fielder. Jackson, a senior, a 6-time all-tournament selection. And he will try his luck against Ryan Thompson, who starts him off with a strike down the middle. He goes 88 on him. And the future Florida Gulf Coast Eagle is off to a good start. 8 strikes, 4 balls. And he tilts and tosses, and it's fouled out of play. Quickly 0-2. So Thompson working ahead in the count. Always a good idea, as he certainly mixes in a wipeout slider as well as a changeup. No Steelers lead at first base. Fastball is up and out. A ball and 2 strikes. He comes set at the belt, fires it in there, but it is lifted foul the other way this time, over toward the bank parking lot. I'm keeping count tonight. That's 4. Somebody on that! And there's that slider, but it does not make it over the outside corner. A little bit of a skip in Ryan's follow through as he was starting to head toward the dugout, thinking he might have clipped the outside corner. Home plate umpire says no. And he just goes right into the heart of the plate and gets a swinging strikeout and strikes out the side. Well, that is pretty familiar sighting. That's a familiar sight for Ryan Thompson. No runs, 1 Panther hit, no errors, 1 man left on base. We are through 1/2 of 1 inning, and it's 0-0. All right, on the bump for the Panthers is right-hander, junior Nick Townley, a 7-time perfect game all-tournament selection. He is tossing it in there to Wyatt Patterson behind the plate. Third base is Bo Allen, shortstop Urban Ellis, Brody Vermetz at second base, and Danny Sorelli at first. Desan DeCamp is in left field, Cash Strayer, of course, in center field, and Jackson Cucci in right. Jesuit will send up there Brody Smith, Ben Burke, Caden Wechter, Vincent DiCarlo, Robbie Santana, Bryce Bessesi, Christian Sheffield, Tyler Alvario, and Wilson Anderson. So to start things off is Brody Smith. Brody, the senior right fielder, 6 feet, 185 pounds, a future East Tennessee State Buccaneer up in Johnson City, Tennessee. He leads the team in OBP, on-base percentage, RBIs, and walks. He's second in hits, stolen bases, and on-base plus slugging. And he bounces one over to second base. It's snagged and fired over in time, and a quick pitch in and out. Brody Vermette plays it perfectly. And it's 1 pitch, 1 out. Bottom of the first here, no score. Second batter for Jesuit is Ben Burke. Now Ben leads the team in average with 381. He's got 8 hits, stolen a couple of bases, scored 5 runs. He hits that one in the air to center field right at Cash Strayer. Makes it look easily as he snags that one chest high, and it's out number 2. Well, you got to take this pitch, right? Can't let him have a 3-pitch inning. I was always told that. Caden Wechter, future Florida State Seminole, up number, and he does take it. And that is ball 1, the first ball of the night from Nick Townley. It's only the 3rd pitch he's thrown. Into the windup he goes, and he lets it go, and that one's over at the knees, over the outside corner, strike 1. A ball and a strike to Caden Wechter. 11-time perfect game all-tournament selection. He's the number 10 overall junior in Florida. That one's a curveball, and Nick Townley, kind of steady diet of curveballs to Caden Wechter. That one is a high hopper. It's sending Townley back, but nobody's there to cover. All 3 of the right-sided infielders went after it, and it left first base wide open, and it was a foot race with Caden Wechter that he won by several steps. Infield single. All right, so the exact same pattern as Plant had. 2 outs, and then a single. So let's see if Vincent DiCarlo fares better than Jackson Cucci did. As DiCarlo, the future North Carolina State Wolfpack catcher, leads the team in hits, slugging, and on-base plus slugging. He's 2nd in average, 3rd in OBP. Yes, you know me. And he's tied for 3rd in RBI. Two outs, bottom of the first. And there goes the runner. DiCarlo steps out. Was that, did DiCarlo call time? He called time. It was not granted. The runner had taken off, and it was a ball. So all that stuff happened, and it results in Wechter stealing second base. Ball outside. So it should be 2-0. And the reverse step sort of looks Caden Wechter back to second base, really. Timeout. DiCarlo had stood in there long enough. All right, he's ready now. And Townley curls and hurls, and that's a breaking pitch off the outside corner. Moves the count to 3-0. Off the mark outside, and Vincent DiCarlo's on-base percentage increases by a walk. So somebody's going to go run for him, I'm sure. Yes, he's going to get a runner, and that's going to be, the courtesy runner is 21. Is that Hemmings? Yes, Chris Hemmings. And we're going to get a mound visit from, is it Coach Braun, I believe, for Plant. With now runners at first and second. It's the bottom of the first inning. No score. A hit for each. All right, Robbie Santana up. Robbie, senior first baseman. Awaits the Townley delivery and the reverse pivot. Again, chases Wechter back. Robbie is second on the team with an on-base percentage of .450. Second in walks with 13. Third in on-base plus slugging and tied for third in RBI. And that is hit in the air to right field. Cucci ought to be able to get it. He's under it. He grabs it, and that's the end of the first inning.
Tigers get 2 hits, lead 2-1. No score after 1.
All right, in the bottom half of the first inning, no Jesuit runs, 1 hit, no errors, 2 men left on base. We're through 1 complete. It's 0-0, Plant and Jesuit. Is that Chris Brown? I shouldn't say that stuff out loud. I should whisper it, you know, because then now everybody knows I didn't know. It's Neo. Ah. Thank you, John Pedrero. All right, so Thompson had pretty solid first inning. Struck out the side. Did give up a single to left field. But as I've mentioned before, Greg Maddux always used to say he felt like his job was keep the ball in front of the outfielders. You know, can I keep it in front of the outfielders? If so, then theoretically the other team has to get 4 hits to score a run. And that was, as you know, pretty unlikely against him. All right, Urban Ellis, the shortstop, the junior, the number 7 third baseman in Florida in that junior class. He's a 14-time perfect game all-tournament selection and another left-handed batter. Off the mark in the dirt outside, ball 1. Fastball. Home in the strike zone, ball 1, or strike 1. One ball and 1 strike. That one hit in the air to left field. That's going to land. Looks like it's going to be a single. He rounds first and hits the brakes. Bassesi gathers it in, relays it in, and there is a Panther aboard. Nobody out. Bottom of the first. Now catcher Wyatt Patterson up. Junior, 5-time perfect game all-tournament selection. He turns to bunt, pops it up in the air. Thompson fields it off the ground, gets it to first just a step before Patterson does, but it was in the air so long Thompson couldn't catch it in the air and had to wait for it to land and then play it as a ground ball.
The third baseman, 17 Bo Allen.
First pitch, outside ball to Bo Allen. Bo, the third baseman. Right-handed hitter. No action defensively yet over at third base. And he fouls that one straight back. Right into the netting, so we'll still be able to use that one. Pretty good crowd here tonight. Jesuit side, as always, on a Friday night, pretty full, but Plant, they brought a nice showing here. I love it. I love it. It's a beautiful night. There's some clouds in the sky, but it's a nice, warm spring evening here at Hyer Family Park. Fastball. Ooh. Ball inside, I guess. That's really right where you'd want to pitch if you're Ryan Thompson to a right-handed hitter. It was maybe a tad inside, but that's a great spot for it. He comes set at the belt. He tilts and tosses, and that is fouled back out of play. 2-2. So Urban Ellis with one out at second base. He singled to left and then was advanced on a sacrifice bunt. That one, another slow roller back to the mound. Thompson's got it. He throws it over accurately to Tyler Alvario, who's covering. And that moves the runner to third base, but now there are 2 outs. So technically, Ryan Thompson has, in fact, gotten every out this game so far.
Number 8 hitter, second base number 12, Brody Vermette.
Struck out the first 3 in inning number 1, and here in inning number 2, it's been ground balls back to him twice. And now he will face number 8 hitter, the second baseman, Brody Vermette, the junior. On deck, Desan DeCamp, the left fielder. Ryan doesn't like that ball. And they're going to discard that. Just put that back in the rotation, Miguel. They won't be able to tell. Put it in when they're pitching. Just don't give it to Ryan. He slices it foul out of play. That's number 6. I didn't announce the over-under number, but I'm keeping the track now. That's right. I'm running the scoreboard graphic, player bios, play-by-play analysis. And that is a nice piece of hitting. Sort of stabs at it, but gets enough of it to get it out into left field for an RBI single. Nicely done by Brody Vermette. All right, 2 outs. Sliced foul into the netting by Desan DeCamp. There's 2 outs, but now Plant is on the board. 1-0 Plant. And junior Desan DeCamp, the left fielder, takes outside. It's a ball and a strike. On deck, future Florida Gator Cash Strayer. That one hit hard into center field, bounces in front of Ben Burke, who gloves it and slings it in, and that's 2 singles in a row. 2 Plant Panthers aboard. Well, when you're batting 8th and 9th, that is exactly what you want your 8th and 9th batters to do. Find a way to get on. It's wonderful to get a base hit, but however you get on, so that your heavy hitters, so your headliners, your stars can come up and maybe make some magic happen here. No better candidate for that than Cash Strayer. The number 10 outfielder in the state of Florida in this senior class. What a career he's had here at Plant. There's that breaking pitch. We haven't seen Ryan go to it much yet, but he sure looked like he was on it there. I keep throwing that one, Ryan. He kicks and delivers, and that's hit in the air to right center field. It bounces. Brody Smith has it. Makes the throw at home. He's not going to get Brody Vermette. And that's another RBI single for Plant. And the score is now 2-0. Strike one, and they're stringing singles together here. This is exactly what you want if you're Dennis Braun and the Panthers. Doesn't have to be anything fancy. Just string some hits together. Swing and a miss there from Danny Sorelli. And it's 0-2. The throw over to first. Strayer breaks to second, but the throw to shortstop is over his head. Goodness, and Strayer goes over, and in comes Desan to count.
You got 0-2 count?
Yes, I do. Fouls it away. And a single, and another RBI single for Plant. Brings in Strayer. So it is just, I mean, Plant has put the sing in single. Jeez. I mean, you gotta be happy if you're a Plant Panther right now. It is 4-0 Plant. All with 2 outs here. That one hit in the air to right center field. That one lands. That's Jordan Olivia. Another single. I mean, this is just one after another. More hit singles than Michael Jackson. 7 hits so far for Plant. That's going to bring up Jackson Cucci. So Sorelli singled, Olivia singled, and we're going to get a mound visit, and we're going to get some action in the the Jesuit bullpen. Well, look, this is the old, if I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. It's, if they're going to beat you, if they're going to get the better of you, you want them to earn it. One error was costly, yes. But for the most part, this has just been base hit after base hit after base hit. Smart base running. This is how you score. This is how you play the game. And so for the discussion out on the mound for Ryan Thompson, yeah, you're throwing strikes. You're not walking people. You're not hitting people. They're just getting hits. So see if we can work on placement, mixing it up. And we got to score runs to win anyway. So runners at first and second now. Jackson Cucci up. He struck out swinging his first time up. And there is a breaking pitch, and that's outside. Ball 1. Thompson, 39 pitches now, 28 strikes, 11 balls. That one, a sliced foul ball down the first base line. Pretty close to the Plant first base coach, but he didn't flinch. He just watched it go by. Brave soul, because that was a hot shot. 1-1. Again, 2 outs here in the bottom or the top of the second. Foul ball. 1-2. So Jackson Cucci, the right fielder for Plant, the senior, at a ball and 2 strikes here with 2 outs here in what has been a scoring and hitting barrage for Plant. He lets a breaking ball go up and out, and Ryan just does not really have his great command of that breaking pitch yet. But he is at 42 pitches. And when he has come around the plate, Plant is swinging and they're connecting. He gets called strike 3, and Cucci goes down on strikes again. All right, well, that was an eventful inning. Top of the second inning, 4 Plant runs on 6 hits, 1 error, 2 men left on base. We move to the bottom of the second inning. It's 4-0 Plant. They have 7 hits. In that inning, they had 6 hits. We had 1 error. They scored 4 runs. Yeah. Or, yeah, I go boating or with an H in front of it. Yeah, that's the way I'll say that word. I'm not going to say anything else about that word. Okay, Nick Townley ready to go back to work on this Jesuit lineup, and he'll start with Bryce Bassesi, the left fielder, followed by Sheffield and Alvario. So it is time for Jesuit to start getting some base runners and scoring some runs here. That's on the outside corner, and Bassesi takes strike 1, 0-1. That one hit in the air to right center field. Strayer makes his way over there, and he makes the grab. Covered a lot of distance there. He was running a fly route on a football field for that one, and he got under it, grabs it, and that's out number 1. 1 pitch, 1 out. All right, Christian Sheffield comes up, the designated hitter. He's 3rd on the team in stolen bases with 6. Tied for 3rd in number of hits, which is 15 on the season, and walks, which is 10. Lets a breaking pitch go low, and Townley has thrown 14 pitches. Threw 1 1/3. That one yanked foul down the left field line, in play. Well, sorry, in the field of play. He did not hit it out of play. It's a foul ball, though. You know what I mean. That one, same thing, but this time a bouncing ball over there for a foul. How are you, Zach? All good? Zach Prado in here, making his rounds tonight. 1-2 from Townley. Sheffield lets that go a little bit high. That's a ball, so it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. That one hit hard, right up the middle, off the ankle of Townley. But second baseman Vermette gets around behind him, scoops it up, and slings it over in time for the 4-3 ground out. That's 2 outs. All right, Tyler Alvario comes up. Now, Tyler since Sheffield got injured, has started taking, has put a number of games and reps in over at second base now. And so he's now getting a chance to get some at-bats. Takes a ball. He's a 5-time perfect game all-tournament selection. The senior, 5'9", 175. He swings, but he fouls it out of play. On deck, Wilson Anderson. It's 1-1. He delivers, and that's outside. It was a little bit of a cut fastball. I think that's what he's throwing there. And had it stayed straight, it was on the outside corner, but it just darted a little bit outside, and Alvario does not go for it. He hits that one in the air to center field. Cash Strayer calls everybody off, makes the casual grab by his ear, and that's out number 3. Bottom of the second, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We're through with 2. It's 4-0 Plant. No, thank you. Appreciate it. I'm all good. Oh, Brady Hoare's up. Okay. Okay, Ryan Thompson tonight had a tough sledding tonight. 2 innings pitched, faced 13 batters, gives up 4 earned runs, 4 strikeouts, 7 hits. So a tough road for Ryan Thompson. He will give way to Brady Hoare. Brady Hoare is going to go pitch up at Bucknell up in Pennsylvania in the Patriot League next year after he graduates. 6'3", 190-pounder. He's thrown 13 innings this year, 14 strikeouts against 4 walks, ERA of 1.077, holding opponents to a .213 batting average. Throws 56% for first pitch strikes. Gets his fastball up to 91 miles an hour. He is the 16th ranked right-handed pitcher in the state of Florida in this senior class, and a 5-time all-tournament selection. He's second on the team in walks plus hits per innings pitch, and third in ERA. And he will face Urban Ellis, who's one of the guys who hit an RBI single, one of about 5 of them. Or 4 of them. And he slices it out of play. That's 8. That's 8 balls out of play tonight, folks. We're going to have a whole dozen box here soon. We're at 8. Somebody on that. Down and in, ball 2, or ball 1. So we got a ball and a strike. We have a foul ball and then a ball. Brady Hoare gets it to 91 miles an hour. From that 6'3" frame, that is an effective fastball. There it is, but it is slapped into right field for a single. Brody Smith relays it in, and the hit parade continues as Urban Ellis adds a second single to his night. Brings up Wyatt Patterson. Now Wyatt sacrifice bunted his first time up. And the junior catcher now probably gets to swing away with a 4-run lead like this. And that is a bouncing ball to shortstop. Gloved by Wechter, thrown over in time to get Patterson for the 6-3 ground out. And that was a little bit of a funky play, kind of, for Wechter, because he was, let's see, hang on, let me finish scoring it. Okay, he was breaking towards second base to cover the stealing Urban Ellis, and then had to kind of go back to his right, to his regular position where the ball was hit. Made it look smooth and easy like he always does. And Hoare gets ahead 0-1. There's that breaking pitch, 0-2. So he's got a good feel for that breaking ball early on. Brady Hoare, 6 pitches, 5 of them strikes. There it is again, and he gets him looking. As that cut fastball is a killer pitch right now. And this is exactly what Jesuit needed. That's out number 2. Brings up Brody Vermette, who had a single to left field. His first time up. A great piece of hitting where he kind of had to just reach almost outside of the plate to get his bat on it. He kind of hooked it over Wilson Anderson's head into left field. Fastball off the mark outside, but well done, and that scored a run. No, I think that, if I look back, that got him on base and then another single after him. Breaking pitch, there's that cut fastball, but that one was a little bit outside. Close, but that was a little bit outside. There's a lot of groaning and moaning over there from the Jesuit side, but that was outside. Hey, I'm fair here. I'm not going to be a homer here. That one off the mark outside. Brady put a little extra mustard on it, but it was down and away, and it now moves the count to 3-0 with 2 outs. Plant comes up with 2 outs, and they're like, we got them right where we want them. That's when they get all their hits. Ball 4 outside, and Brody Vermette is on board again. That brings up Desan DeCamp, the left fielder. Now, Desan had an RBI single his last time up. There are 2 outs. Coach Braun wants to talk to him. I can't imagine that this is to tell him to bunt. I think this is to say, remember what you did last time? Copy and paste. He hit that sort of soft liner into center field. Boy, the Panthers could use that here, as undoubtedly he would be sending Urban Ellis, who would be rounding third, into home, as he runs very well. All right, 2 Panthers aboard, 2 out. Top of the third, 4-0 Plant. Brady Hoare, who has come in relief of Ryan Thompson, has made a living with that breaking ball, as he lands it for a strike just about every time right now. And here comes the 0-1 from Hoare. There's that fastball. It's hit in the air to right field. Brody Smith makes the snag and the 3rd out and avoids any damage. All All right, in the top of the third, no runs, 1 plant hit, no errors, 2 men left on base. We're through 2.5 now. It is 4-0 Plant. Coach O in the club tonight. I know you can hear that music out there, guys. We got Coach O on the spinning the tunes tonight here at Hyer Family Park. All right, Nick Townley, the Plant starter, right-hander, has thrown 22 pitches, 12 strikes, 10 balls. He will face number 9 hitter, Wilson Anderson. And then the top of the order. The Jesuit down 4-0 right now. Wilson Anderson, 9 hits on the season. He's tied for third on the team with 9 RBI. Of course, the future Mississippi State Bulldog certainly makes his living on the pitcher's mound, but can swing the bat and field it and throw, and just a complete baseball player. Team USA player. There's a strike. The number 4 overall junior in the state of Florida, and the number 16 overall player in the United States in that class. And that's a bouncing ball in the 5-6 hole. And that's a single for Wilson Anderson. A lot of swinging at the first pitch tonight. That just out of reach of Bo Allen, the third baseman's glove. He made a great effort at it, just could not quite get to it. That's going to bring up Brody Smith. Now, Brody grounded out to second base last time up to lead things off for Jesuit. And the future East Tennessee State Buccaneer now gets another crack at Nick Townley. Looked like he wanted to swing, did not. Umpire calls strike 1, so it's 0-1 to Brody. Brody again leads the team in on-base percentage, RBIs, and walks, and is second in hits and stolen bases. So he is an offensive production machine. Third in average with .311. He's had 19 hits. He's had 4 doubles, 12 RBI. He's scored 13 runs, walked 14 times. Townley steps off as there's Wilson Anderson kind of doing a little bit of dancing over there off first base. Maybe caught his eye. Nobody out. Bottom of the third. Jesuit down 4-0 here to Plant. It's a fastball upstairs. A ball and a strike. Brody 5 times has been on an all-tournament team in perfect game events. 6 foot 185 senior outfielder. Wilson takes off. The swing out of play. All right, will Anderson be going again? Townley steps off just to keep him honest over there. A swing and an empty hack. He gets him on strikes. All right, Ben Burke comes up. He lined out to center field his first time up. Ben, the team leader in batting average at .381. also seeing a number of innings on the mound. The throw over to first base. Anderson dives back in time. Sorry. I hit the microphone with that. Folks that are tuning in, jump in on the chat. Let us know where you're watching from. Fastball upstairs and out, ball one. Townley kicks and delivers, and that is a breaking ball that is yanked foul down the right field line. And Burke is now a ball and a strike. The throw over to keep Anderson close. Throws over again. That one popped up into foul territory down the left field line. Over there to grab it is Desan DeCamp, and tagging up is Wilson Anderson, and he advances to second base. Boy, DeCamp went a long way, all the way to the basically home plate of the bullpen out there, alertly advancing is Wilson Anderson. All right, so that's now 2 outs, brings up Caden Wechter. So Caden Wechter, again, number 10 overall junior in the state of Florida. He's going to play for the Seminoles when he finishes up a year and a half from now. That one, a swing and a high hopper foul down the left field line. 2 outs, bottom of the third. Jesuit, still a big bagel on the scoreboard. Needs to get a run in. Nick Townley motioning to the dugout. Oh, that's right. I think Coach Braun has a pretty elaborate scheme on that pole of how he calls pitches to them. I don't know exactly what it is, but he's constantly having to flip these little placards over there, I believe. And that's another high hopper over the pitcher, but is grabbed by the shortstop, slung over to get Wechter by a half a step. Hits a Baltimore chop that hops over the pitcher's mound, but Urban Ellis able to grab it and get him out. All right, bottom of the third, no runs, 1 Jesuit hit, no errors, 1 man left on base. We are through 3 complete. It's 4-0 Plant. Cash Strayer comes up his third time up. He has struck out and singled. Now he'll lead off the fourth inning. He hits one high and deep to right center field. Ben Burt gives chase and makes the grab on the run right before running into the wall in right center field. Man, he covers more ground out there than pine pollen. He ran about 75 yards to get to that one. Fantastic play by Ben Burt. And that's going to bring up Danny Sorelli. Danny has been called out on strikes and singled. Leads him off with strike one. I know it wasn't a splitter, but they sure looked like a splitter. Nobody throws a splitter anymore. Fastball down and dusty, ball and a strike. That is low. 2 balls and a strike. So Brady Hoare, 17 pitches, 10 of them strikes, 7 balls. That one yanked foul. So it is now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Yeah. First baseman Sorelli, again 1 for 2 with the opposite field single and the strikeout. And there's a breaking pitch just off the outside corner. And Brady Hoare looks back at the umpire like, you got laryngitis? I couldn't hear you out here. 3-2. Smacked into right field over the head of Brody Smith off the wall. That's going to be at least 2. He stops at second with a double off the right field wall, and Danny Sorelli put the barrel on that one. All right, Jordan Olivia has 2 singles on the night. He's 2 for 2. A single to left field, a single to right center field. Hoare kicks and delivers, down and in, ball 1. And that one inside, really close to Olivia's knee, and that's disorienting trying to catch it. It hits DeCarlo's glove and heads to the backstop. 2-0, and on the pass ball, Sorelli moves to third base. So now there's only 1 out. Infield will come in. It's a 2-0 count. He hits a ball to left field. It is caught on the run by Bassesi, brought in and cut off by Wilson Anderson. Well played by Bassesi. He relayed it in quickly. Sorelli no chance to advance. All right, 2 outs now. It brings up Jackson Cucci. Now, he has been a victim of strikeout twice so far. There's that cutter, and that is, ooh, I guess outside by an eyelash. Gee, that is a great-looking pitch. It has such a sharp, darting break to it. Got to be hard to lay off that. There it is again. He sort of half swings. Backhanded by Hyer across in time to Robbie Santana to end the inning. All right, in the top of the 4th, Plant scores no runs, gets 1 hit. Jesuit commits no errors. 1 man left on base. We are through 3 1/2. It's 4-0 Plant. Dan Sacuduro. You know I always liked that one, Coach O. Everything I got to stay sitting in this chair right now and not get up and start dancing. That night that, who was it we were playing? Was it Stoneman Douglas, the Miami team, that every song like this they were all out? I mean,
That was Baylor Jesuit.
Baylor Jesuit, that's who it was. Man, they were awesome. I mean, they had like a whole string of moms out there dancing to every song. Oh yeah, the Cupid Shuffle. They were awesome. Oh. It was way more interesting than the game for a couple of innings. All right, Vincent DiCarlo comes up. When he sheds all of his equipment. Always tough for the catcher to have to lead off the inning. You got to get all that armor off and then get his batting gloves on and get ready to hit. Boy, I tell you, Jesuit's going to miss this guy. What a career he's had and what a presence he is behind the plate. Empty count, bottom of the 4th. He smacks one right at third baseman Bo Allen, who gloves it and slings it in time. Great play. Well, he almost had to lay out to get it, but he kept on his feet. I mean, completely covered the 5-6 hole there. Brings up Robbie Santana. Robbie flew out to right field. His first time up. I hear a lot of commotion from the lacrosse game over there. There is a nice breaking ball from Nick Townley, called strike 1 to Robbie Santana, who is second on the team in on-base percentage and walks. He hits that one in the air to center field. Can Strayer get there? He's on the run, and he gets it underhanded. Man. If you can pick where to hit it on this field, it is not center field when he's out there. That one swung on by Bassesi and hit in the air, foul down the left field line. He flew out to right center field his first time up. Bryce has had some crucial clutch hits. He's had 11 hits, 2 doubles, 2 triples, and he bounces one over to Vermette at second base. Cleanly fielded and heaved over to Cirelli to retire the side. And a quick 1-2-3 inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We're through 4 complete. We head to the top of the 5th. Plant 4, Jesuit 0. Okay, Urban Ellis comes up, the speedy shortstop who has single to left, single to right.
Shortstop, number 19, Urban Ellis.
Fastball in there for a strike to start off the top of the fifth. Brady Hoare on the mound in relief of Ryan Thompson. He looked like he wanted to swing, but did not commit. And it's now a ball and a strike to Urban Ellis. There's that breaking pitch. Down in the dirt, it's a ball. Ellis did not go for it, so it's 2-1. Brady Hoare now 28 pitches, 15 strikes, 13 balls. Great crowd tonight. Well, you can hear over there, that looks like Jesuit is up 7-5 in the lacrosse game. That one hit hard on the ground to the left side. Tyler Alvario dives but can't come up with a handle on it. He dives, knocks it down, gets to his feet, but just can't get a handle on it, and that's going to be a single. For the third time tonight, Urban Ellis has a single. You don't think that's a single as fast as that guy is? Okay, fine, that's an error. What do y'all think? I mean,
No, it's only one error. That was, I gave it a hit. I gave it a hit.
so another hit for him. He has put the sing in single. 3 singles tonight. Wyatt Patterson, sacrifice bunt and a ground out, and he's going to be called on to bunt again. No, he pulls it back, takes strike one. And Coach Braun does a bunch of sign language over there. And we'll see if that converts to bunt this pitch. He does not. Swings a bit late as Hoare stepped up the velo on that fastball, and it's now 0-2. That one well outside, 1-2. Fastball, tapped foul, remains 1-2. Well, the name of the game tonight has been Plant with a parade of singles, and Jesuit unable to really mount any offense thus far. The throw over. Chases Ellis back. Ellis can run. So a good thought by Brady, because I got to think Ellis is going to be taken off at some point here. There's that breaking pitch, and he gets a swing through for out number 1. Top of the 5th, 4-0 Plant. 1 out, and that brings up Bo Allen. That is a ground out. Let's see, a ground out to Thompson, the pitcher, and then a strikeout looking. The throw over. Keeping Ellis close to first base, although he looks like he's gotten another step or two. Fastball, oof, right over the outside corner. Must have been a little bit low. Hyer right around the strike zone. He's thrown 20 strikes and 15 balls. There's that cutter, but it's outside, well outside, and it's 2-0. Nicely knocked down by DiCarlo, and he throws a strike to second base. Beautifully played. You cannot do it better. So as a ball, it could have easily just been something he blocked. But Ellis had taken off to second base, cleanly fielded on the short hop by DiCarlo. A perfectly thrown strike down to Wechter at second base to get him. Ball high. And Ellis will be replaced by Allen at first base with 2 outs, and that'll bring up Brody Vermette. Brody has singled and walked. That one, a bouncing ball over to the right side. Alverio hauls it in and tosses it over, underhand, to get the third out. All right, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 man left on base. We move to the bottom of the 5th. Plant 4, Jesuit 0. All right, so far tonight, the Jesuit bats are out on spring break. 10 hits for Plant and 2 for Jesuit. That brings up Christian Sheffield. Christian grounded out up the middle his first time up. That's a hard ground ball. Backhanded, diving Ellis. Throws it across. It is not able to be handled cleanly at first on the hop. But what a great defensive play by Urban Ellis just to lay out and backhanded and get that. Hop up, make the throw across. He just not able to throw it in the air. And Cervelli can't come up with it. So, yeah. I'd say it's a throwing error. I mean,
Pinch hitting for the Tigers, number 20, Hudson Rivera.
okay, so he's going to hit for Tyler Alverio. All right, Hudson Rivera is going to pinch hit here with nobody out. Christian Sheffield at first. Hudson lets the first pitch go, strike 1. The throw over to first base. Sheffield is safe. That one looked a little inside, and there's a big groan from all the Jesuit faithful as Rivera let that one go, kind of picked his arms up to kind of let it go by, but home plate umpire said it was over the inside corner, so it's 0-2. Another throw over to first base. Absolutely. He's a freshman? I love it. And he hits one off the handle to the third baseman. It is fielded. It is thrown. It is scooped. And that is out number one. So freshman Hudson Rivera comes in, puts the ball in play, moves the runner over. And I know he is happy to have that first at bat behind him. He says, man, I can do this. All right, Wilson Anderson has singled to left his first time up. Wilson, the number 16th ranked junior in the United States. Going to play for the Mississippi State Bulldogs when he finishes up here. Still has his senior year after this. Ball up high. Wilson tied for third in RBI on the team, although he is a Team USA pitcher. Townley kicks and delivers, and there's that breaking pitch, and that's a called strike. 1-1. That one, he almost has to dig that one out of the dirt down low, but he fouls it back out of play. A ball and 2 strikes on Wilson Anderson. Townley now 45 pitches, 32 strikes, 13 balls. You can't get a much better outing from this kid. I mean, he's held Jesuit to almost no base runners. He's given up 2 hits, no runs, fastball too tall. He's given up 2 hits, 1 walk. So the junior has done himself proud no matter what happens moving forward here. 2-2. I got to say that reverse pivot has been, it's kind of been about as effective as the L in salmon. That one fouled up and out of play.
Anytime someone's on base, I know. You know, gotta be careful with Wilson.
And that one a nubber into the Plant dugout. Foul ball from Wilson. It's 2-2. And yes, Townley, 48 pitches into this, and he has been rather preoccupied with base runners. You don't really want to groove one to Wilson Anderson. He catches it on the barrow. It'll go a long way. That is a bouncing ball to Ellis at shortstop. Over to third. They've got Christian in a rundown. The throw is off target, but he overruns second base, and the tag knocks him down. So much momentum going back to second base, he ended up off the base, and they tag him, and the force of the tag and his momentum knocks him to the ground. Miguel's going to talk it over. Coach Menendez is very, very hot right now. And I think what he's saying is that you can't just knock somebody over like that. Is that what the deal is? That he... I think Coach Menendez is, I think he's teetering on the edge of getting tossed here. I think they've issued him a warning. Either way, Christian Sheffield is called out. And Coach Menendez is still talking over there. He is, I think he has been issued a warning. Coach Braun has been informed, and Robbie Santana will now head to the batter's box. No, Brody Smith will, sorry. Brody has grounded out and struck out. So the bottom of the fifth continues. There are 2 outs. Now Wilson Anderson is at first base. Breaking ball inside, ball. That one hit hard to center field, and a diving Cash Strayer makes another outstanding play in center field. I mean, what a play. Florida Gators, you're getting an excellent player there in Cash Strayer. Sort of a hard sinking line drive that Cash Strayer comes running in, dives, goes horizontal, and makes the grab. Just excellent defense. Bottom of the fifth, no runs, no hits, 1 error, 1 man left on base. We are through 5. It's 4-0 Plant. Absolutely precious. There are some little girls clapping along to this song and dancing around. They look like they're about 3 or 4 years old. They are having the time of their lives down there in the breezeway there. Okay, Desan DeCamp will lead off the top of the 6th for Plant. against Brady Hoare. Brady is 39 pitches into this. DeCamp has
Correction, number 9, hitter number 3,
Desan DeCamp has singled and flown out. And he sort of checks his swing, fouls it off right at Cash Strayer in the on-deck circle. That looks like we got a lefty warming up out there. I think it's Keene, right? Yeah. Hoare right down the pipe, and it's 0-2 to Desan DeCamp. A swing and an empty hack, and he gets him swinging for out number 1. And that'll bring up center fielder, future Florida Gator, Cash Strayer. And he is tough as a railroad spike to get out, I can tell you that. He has swung through and struck out, but then he has singled and flown out to deep right center field. And the left-handed hitting Strayer, I think, is going to see Keene Hyer. Yep. That's going to do it for Brady Hoare. Brady, an excellent job in middle relief tonight. He threw 3 1/3, faced 14 batters, struck out 3, walked 2, gave up 3 hits. Importantly, gave up no runs. Keene Hyer has been a workhorse in middle relief for Jesuit this year. Keene is going to play for the University of Richmond. He's a senior, 5'10", 180. Fastball in the upper 80s. He's thrown 11 innings, struck out 14, walked 6. ERA of 1.273. That's pretty good for those that aren't familiar with that stat. First pitch strikes 57%. He holds opponents to a 262 average. Keene mixes an upper 80s fastball with sort of a darting downward slider. And he works very efficiently. Exactly 0 extra movement or effort into anything else. I mean, he gets the ball back, right back to the pitching rubber, and he is ready to go. He's going to do just fine as he moves up the ranks in today's baseball game with pitch clocks and all that stuff. They're never going to have to worry about him exceeding the pitch clock. But he has his challenge in front of him with Cash Strayer. Okay, it is Hyer versus Strayer here. Lefty on lefty. There's a fastball right over the outside corner. Home plate umpire flexes that right arm. Says 0-1. Hyer works from the stretch. And 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, and he's throwing the next pitch. A ball and a strike. He tilts and tosses, and that one hit in the air to shallow center field. Coming into it is Ben Burke, who slows down, grabs it, and then slings it in to Wechter, and that's out number 2.
First base, number 22, Danny Sorrell.
All right, we continue in the top of the 6th here. This is now Danny Sorelli. He has been called out on strikes, but then has singled and doubled. And there's his third hit of the night. A base hit, a single in the 5-6 hole. And he is, yes, down with OBP tonight.
Yeah, there it is.
He is down with OBP. His on-base percentage is .750 tonight. Gee. Jordan Olivia comes up. He has singled, and flown out. And we get number 21, I think, is that pinch runner. Is it 20? I think it's 21. Do you see? We have a pinch runner at first base, guys. No, 27's on deck.
I see a 2 in front of his number. 24.
24.
You got good eyes. Strike.
That was a ball. So we got a pinch runner, 24.
Yep.
Truman Mayer. A swing and a miss from Olivia. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-2. Coach O up here in the our DJ tonight was able to. I tell you what, don't steal a car anywhere around Coach O and try to drive away. He could read your license plate from like 3 miles away. Good God, I don't know how you could see that. Off the mark outside, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and Hyer a long look in there this time to DiCarlo. And he gets the swinging strikeout, and Keen Hyer does what he has done all year, and that's come in and shut things down. Top of the 6th, no Panther runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 man left on base. We move to the bottom of the 6th inning. Bottom of the 6th. Panthers up 4-0. I like that one, man. That's a good one, too. All right, Ben Burke comes up. Ben has lined out to center field and fouled out into left field foul territory out there. And Townley in for his 6th inning of work. It's a ball up and out. Going into the 6th inning, Townley has thrown 52 pitches. Wow. There's a breaking pitch in there for a strike. That one hit in the air to right center field. That is going to spell trouble because Cucci is going to get over there and grab it, and that's out number 1. Got too high up in the air, and just sort of died up there. It looked like it was going to be trouble off the bat, but nope. All right, one away brings up Caden Wechter. Wechter has an infield single and a ground out to shortstop. He lets a breaking ball go for strike one as Townley lands it. Just a stellar job from Nick Townley tonight. Swing and a miss, and quickly Caden Wechter is 0-2. Just not able to get any meaningful offense going tonight. That one tapped foul toward the Jesuit dugout as Wechter stays alive. That was right in on his hands. It's kind of a good job just kind of fighting that off. There's a baseball right behind. Yeah. DeCarlo's like, look, man, I got a pretty good beat on this area of the field. I think I can get it for you. All right. Caden Wechter, the 0-2 from Townley. Fastball off the outside corner. And honestly, that Patterson was he was set up out there right to his glove, but that one right to his glove, but it's a cutter, and it gets Caden Wechter swinging for the strikeout. And that's another Jesuit out, and they're quickly running out of them as Vincent DiCarlo comes up to face Townley. Townley about to deliver his 60th pitch. DiCarlo has walked and grounded out, and he hits a base hit to left center field as he keeps his hot-hitting bat alive. As a single to left field, I'm sure he will get a base runner. Yep, Chris Hemmings. Chris Hemmings in to run for Vincent DiCarlo. And Robbie Santana comes up. Robbie has flown out twice to the shallow outfield, and that one he hits sky high and a mile foul. He turned on it on an inside pitch, and it went way up there, but was instantly foul, and it just carried all the way, I think, past the bank parking lot over there. Over probably to that parking lot of the Tampa Bay Park building over there. He swings and he fouls it completely opposite direction over into the pond on the way toward campus. And 2 swings, 2 foul balls, as we have passed a dozen balls out of play tonight. There goes the runner. And there's a hard ground ball right at Ellis. He scoops it up and slings it across accurately, on time, and out number 3. All right, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 man left on base. We are through 6 complete. Jesuit trails 4-0 to Plant. Looks like Hudson Rivera is at second base now. So Hudson Rivera has gone in to take the place of Tyler Alvario at second base. Keen Hyer still on the mound. Keen Hyer, 9 pitches, 6 strikes, 3 balls. Top of the 7th, it's Jackson Cucci up. He has struck out twice and grounded out. There's a ball down in the dirt, 1-0. The huge crowd down the left field line along the fence down there. I guess they were kind of watching both the lacrosse game and this, and they better duck down there because that was a foul ball, a screamer down that left field line from Jackson Cucci. It is going to be strike 1. Okay, Hyer looks in. A 1-1 count. Nobody out. Nobody on. That one hit way up in the air to center field, and Ben Burke is under it. He gloves it, and that's out number 1.
The shortstop of the 19th, Urban Ellis.
All right, Urban Ellis comes up, and he is a single machine. He is 3 for 3 with 3 singles. He swings and fouls it back into the netting. So it's a ball and a strike. It is lefty on lefty here. Fastball off the mark outside as Keen Hyer moves the count to 2-1. 2 balls a strike, 1 out. He kicks and delivers, and there's that breaking pitch. Comes right across the plate and lands right at the outside corner, and it just gives lefties fits. So shortstop Urban Ellis now faces a 2-2 count. And he gets called out on a breaking pitch over the outside corner. That's 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. And up comes Wyatt Patterson. Wyatt has sacrifice bunted, grounded out to shortstop, and struck out. Fouls it out of play. Oh, misses with the breaking ball. Looked pretty good, 2-1. Foul ball out of play. Oh, no, it's still within the fence and Brody Smith goes and runs it down out there in right field. Foul ball nonetheless, and it's 2-2. There is some activity, a righty in the Jesuit bullpen. Can't tell who it is. I got to get Coach O to look for me. And he sort of swings, or does he? No, the home plate umpire says no. His hand is part of the bat, and he swung, and he's saying no. That is part of the bat, and that is a foul ball. Coach Braun comes to see about Patterson. I think Coach Braun is saying, come on, really? And he walks off pretty dejected, but I think he knows he's not going to get the call changed. It's deuces wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And this time he throws it behind him. Bounces right behind his heel. And Wyatt Patterson is... Did somebody paint a target on me? Full count. And that one's bounced in there. Landed well in front of home plate. And that is ball 4 to Wyatt Patterson. He will probably get a courtesy runner, I believe. And Bo Allen's going to be coming up, the third baseman. So there goes Patterson, and he gives way to number 44, his courtesy runner, who is Rhett Dixon. And we get a mound visit before Bo Allen. And we're going to get a pitching change. And that is going to be number just give me a second. Let me see, folks. Number 11. Okay, Jack Fultz comes in for Jesuit. Jack Fultz, number 1 in first pitch strikes percentage for Jesuit. He is an 11-time perfect game all-tournament selection. Junior right-hander. He's 5'11", 160. Holding opponents to 211 batting average. He's thrown 5 1/3 innings this year. 7 strikeouts, 2 walks. 71% first pitch strike percentage. Leads the team. And the team of toddlers down there is playing like they're playing the trumpet and dancing, and it's the cutest thing you could ever see. As the dad of twin girls, Ava and Adele, I love you out there wherever you are. It definitely reminds me of those days. No idea that there's a baseball game going on. It's all about dancing and playing and dipping dots and you name it. All right, Bo Allen comes up. Bo has grounded out, gone down looking, and walked. And he will be facing Jack Fultz, who obviously works from the stretch, with Rhett Dixon at first base, who's running for Patterson. And Fultz misses high, ball one. So there I go, talking about first pitch strike percentage, and I jinxed him. He kicks and fires, and that is hit way up and way out, but foul. Bo Allen got a hold of that, and if there's anybody still out at the lacrosse game, they'd have to duck because that one's way out of here, but foul. So 1-1. Good time for a changeup if he's that far ahead of it. No, he hits that one sky high, but not nearly as far. Drifting back is Bassesi. He gets under it and catches it right before he reaches the warning track, and that's the third out. Okay, in the top of the seventh, no runs, no hits, no errors. One man left on base. We move to the bottom of the seventh inning, and Jesuits' last chance here, still trailing 4-0. All right, Nick Townley has truly had an outstanding effort here tonight. He has been just solid as they come. Breaking ball has worked. He's not done anything to really hurt himself. Not hitting batters or walking lots of batters. Not giving up many hits. He's had 3 hits. One of them was an infield single. Once Jesuit gets on base, he's getting a ground out or a pop out or a fly out. And it reflects in his pitch total. He's starting the 7th inning, and he's thrown 63 pitches. He's right at about 10 pitches an inning. You just can't be more efficient. Let's see if Jesuit has something here. Bryce Bassesi comes up. He has grounded out and flown out. So the sophomore left fielder tonight needs to get on base. One base, one batter at a time. And he swings hard and fouls it off. He's been a one-time tournament MVP, a 23-time all-tournament selection. And another big hack, but he fouls it straight back. It's tapped high in the air. It is grabbed by Townley on the run toward first base, flips it underhand, and that's out number 1. I mean, I can't count how many outs tonight have been just balls that are just sort of tapped in those kind of big high hoppers that are just easy as pie to play, or just easy pop outs. Townley has been outstanding. He lands a breaking ball to lead off Sheffield. Sheffield has grounded out and reached on an error. That is hit straight up in the air. Urban Ellis calls everybody off, and the shortstop catches it by his left shoulder for the second out. All right, Hudson Rivera comes up. Hudson Rivera. Line drive, base hit to center field for Hudson Rivera, the freshman. And tip your cap to Hudson Rivera, his first varsity base hit. Obviously, that's going to be the first of many. Nicely done, Huddy. All right, Wilson Anderson comes up with 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. He has singled and reached on a fielder's choice. And that time he kind of reaches down and fouls it into the bank parking lot. 14. Well, out of play, 14. I've been keeping it. I've been keeping it. It's more than one box because there's 12 in a box, right? Just when you think nobody's listening to you over here, you find out people do listen to all these ridiculous musings I say all night. All right, 1-1. That one hit hard to left field, and the 2-out rally continues as Wilson Anderson gets his second base hit of the night. And Coach Braun's going to come out and talk to Nick Townley. I think that's going to do it for Nick Townley. I don't know, but maybe so. It's going to bring up the top of the lineup. And should they get there, Samir Muhammad is going to pinch hit, it looks like, in the number 2 hole. But right now, Brody Smith gets his 4th try at Nick Townley. Townley had 73 pitches. Brody Smith has grounded out, struck out, and flown out. He hit that hard line drive that Cash Strayer laid out and dove for. And he hit the ball hard, and good things happen. They're not always going to make that play. There's a breaking ball that stays wide, and tensions are mounting here because theoretically, I know there are 2 outs, but the tying run is in the on-deck circle now. But can't do anything about that unless Brody Smith gets on some kind of way. There is a breaking pitch that stays up and out, and it's now 2 balls and no strikes. I think Coach Braun has not had anyone warm up. I think he probably went out there to say, Nick, you're at 75 pitches. You've had a whale of a night. This one's yours. Needs to get one more out. And there is a strike. He's a third of the way there. 2 balls and a strike to Brody Smith, senior right fielder, future East Tennessee State Buccaneer. The senior right fielder, first on the team in RBI. This would be a great time to add to it. He bounces one towards second base, fielded chest high, over to first base in time to get the final out of the game, and the Panthers come rushing out of the dugout to congratulate Nick Townley on a complete game shutout. All right, in the bottom of the 7th, no runs, 2 hits, no errors, 2 men left on base. This one finishes up, and the final line score is Plant, 4 runs on 11 hits. 1 error, 9 men left on base. Jesuit, no runs, 5 hits, 1 error, 7 men left on base. So that is not the recipe for a win. You have to tip your hat to the Plant hitters tonight, who were just tough outs through and through, swinging the bat, putting it in play, getting base hits, stringing them together, producing runs. And Jesuit not able to match that tonight. All right, everybody. Doug Polite signing off. Thank you. I'll see you on, I believe, Tuesday night as we welcome Blessed Trinity from Roswell, Georgia. Good night.